Well, here we are again, Walking Guy 3, as promised. Um, Yesterday was kind of a blowout, the rain came and really kind of changed everything, so I had to double back fast because I didn't want to get soaked, and I got rained on actually pretty good, so um, today's looking really nice. It's blue skies, sun is out, and it's Oregon, so that's saying something, isn't it? Um, Yesterday was a good walk though, regardless of the weather conditions. But we have to continue on because I was only halfway to where I was going to go. So I'm going to keep on walking and going to keep on talking because that's what this is all about. It is a good stress relief for me, and it helps me to get more clarity in myself. And what better environment to have clarity in than this? I mean, look at this. This is just, my goodness. This is beautiful here. This is beautiful here. So, we're gonna enjoy this, and hopefully you'll enjoy the experience with me. I'm having a great time out here already. It's nice to get out. Good to exercise. Oh, here comes a car. Hold on 1 second. We're back. Car passed by. Yep, even down these old side country roads here, you're going to get a vehicle every now and then, so what can you do? Just deal with it. Anyways, back to where we are at. What's today's topic going to be? Let's think. Well, I was talking with my son this morning, and we were talking about perception and what people perceive in you when they see you. To me, perception has a lot to do with free will and how you are acting accordingly in free will. Some people take advantage of it, some people don't. Some people are, are really good about their choices. Oh, here we are again at that little. Check that out again real quick. The water is flowing. Pretty nice, man. Can't complain. Anyways, as we're talking about free will here, some people, it's kind of a weird thing. You can't give everybody free will all the time because people tend to abuse it. Do as thou wilt. I mean, it's taken to a whole new level with a lot of people. So the abuse of it has been very, very rampant and apparent. And this was part of our conversation, as far as, when you have to go to work, you have to put on your mask, your persona, as it were, and you have to have that professional attitude and look about you, which, has nothing to do with your character, of course, because, you are who you are. So, it's my son's at that age, he's very young, and life is very weird because you live a while, and you see and you experience things, and you learn real quick about your free will and the perceptions that you put out there and what people come to think about you. And a lot of that has to do with how you exist and how you cope and get along in the real world. Because, again, you're putting on a mask when you go to work every day. So, what people come to think of you is a lot different than who you are when you get home. That's a different persona. So, that needs to be understood. It's hard for... It's hard for somebody who's so very young to to see those things, you know. I agree with a lot of what he said, but that's just not the reality of it, you know. The reality of it is you kind of got to do what you got to do to get along in the world, because, you know, your survival depends upon it, your job depends upon it, you know, earning a living and getting by, keeping the family going. These are all very important things, but most of the time none of that has anything to do with who you really are, because who you really are at home is not the person that you're known as at work. So there's the conflict right there, and you know, that's a lot that everybody has to give up when they have to go to work every day, is they give up a piece of themselves, you know, in order to make a buck and to earn a living and take care of their family. And these things are very important. So, you know, I see his point, but then, you know, there's always three sides to the coin: your side, my side, and then there's the truth. And the truth is usually, well, stranger than fiction. So it's a lot to be said for that. I am going to switch camera angles right now, so just give me a second here, because that's pretty cool looking. Look at that. Look at all this. We've got the creek right here flowing. Much like life, it's just moving constantly and pauses for nobody. Neither does life. So it's kind of a good metaphor for how the world really works. And that's probably the whole point of our discussion this morning was, you know, perception. Again, you know, what I perceive is not necessarily what anybody else perceives, because, you know, I have a very individualized look at what reality really means. And I see things a lot differently than most people, so, you know, I can't sit there and openly talk about what I believe in and what I see, because, you know, a lot of people can't handle it, and that can ruin relationships and friendships, you know. Sometimes it's best just to keep your mouth shut and keep your opinions to yourself, because a lot of people have one, everybody has one, and they don't always all agree. So that is part of the problem. You know, you plot through life and you do what you can. You meet people, you make friends at work, and you do the best you can to get along with everybody, because that's all you can do. You know, life's very diversified, and people are very unique, and everybody's got their own thing, so you kind of have to respect that, even if you don't agree with it. You know, that's their right, their opinion, and that's the way it is. And especially with work, you know, there's policies that are put in place for a reason, because people tend to abuse things. And if you didn't have laws, you didn't have policies, wow, you know, it'd be a pretty messed up world. So, you know, we need those things, regardless of whether or not we agree with them or not. That's just the way the world is, and that's just the way it works. The thing, you know, we all must do is exist within that construct and do what we can to make it our own, you know. Because don't forget, you know, we put our impressions out there, you know, and it's basically, when you leave this world, it's going to be how you're remembered the most. That's what's more important, is how people remember you. So better to have a good remembrance of yourself than, you know, everybody thinking, hey, that guy was just an asshole. So, you know, I'd rather go out on a good note. And to me, that's more important than anything. So, you know. Yeah, we're coming to an end to this trek here. This road pretty much dead ends up here. I'll show you here. And we are out here. It's nice out here. This is where I was trying to go yesterday, but good old rain. That it stopped everything. So, but yeah, you know, the rain makes everything grow. So can't really complain. But you can certainly hear the water running. I mean, here's the creek down here. We'll zoom into that. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this, more water over here. I mean, it is flowing. We have had a lot of rain here in Oregon, so it's pretty nice, actually. I mean, we get a lot of it, and I complain a lot about it, but I mean, in the end, without that rain, boy, we wouldn't have all this beauty here. A lot of dry grass, and we don't have that here, so that's really good. Well, I'm going uphill here, and this is pretty much coming to the end here, and that'll probably be the end of the video too, because I think I can talk about it anymore. I don't have anything to talk about right now. I'm going to enjoy this walk and enjoy the beauty. I think I said what I needed to say. You know, perspective is what it is. To me, it's based on free will. So, and free will is something that we all have to deal with on a day-to-day basis with each other. So, it's not always about what I want. And it's not always about what they want. It's about what's being done, what's right for everybody. So, you know, we have to be fair to everybody. So, that's basically my spiel. You know, it's good up here. Wow, it's beautiful. Just look at up here. Zoom in up here. Look at that. So, my perception of this is pretty much, it's beautiful up here. I mean, you know, and not a lot of people in the world get to see this, so, or experience this, or live by this for that matter. So, you know, it's a unique thing. It's good to get out and see it all. It's good to experience it too. So, I'm glad I'm getting to do that right now. You know, others don't get to do this. So, you know, my wife is at work, my son is at work, my other son is at work, his girlfriend's at work, you know, so everybody's working right now. You know, me, I'm not going to go into any of that, but I have my own issues and you know, my own health, so I have to deal with that. You know, my true hero is my best friend, as always. And that's my wife, you know. She's out there every day, grunting at it and dealing with it and doing everything she can to support that family, you know. And she's given us a good life, and I have no complaints, you know. I have no complaints. She's a great woman, you know. She is my best friend, so yeah, everything we do, we do together. We've experienced it together. We've grown together. We've been through hell together, so that means a lot to me, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. So this walk is definitely dedicated to her. Without it, you know, wouldn't be here. So I wish she could be here with me, for sure. But you know, I kind of carry on. Plus, she likes watching these videos now, so I hope you know, she gets a good chuckle out of this, because they're fun to make. And again, you know, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. So I love her very much. And Walking Guy signing out. Maybe we'll do a Walking Guy 4. I don't know. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm out.